feel like I have a book in my head, but I don't know how to get it out. That's what I heard someone say. And if you can relate, stick around because I'm going to share with you 3 quick tips to write your book. The first thing is to identify your author archetype. Your author archetype is really what gives you your credibility. So you're going to be one of 3 types predominantly. You're either a role model, a practitioner, or a researcher. Now, a role model is someone who's been through what the reader's been through. Maybe it's someone who, like myself, I was a broke valet parker and I became a best-selling author. So I know what it's like to struggle to sell books and not be successful for years and then eventually have a breakthrough. Or someone who was struggling with their weight and they lost a lot of weight and now they're sharing their journey. So you could be a role model, or you might be a practitioner. A practitioner might be like a personal trainer who, even if they didn't struggle with their weight, they've helped people lose weight and get in better shape. Or a therapist who maybe they were never a drug addict, but they help people overcome drug addiction. Or the researcher. If you think of Cialdini, who wrote the book Influence, he went out and he studied salespeople and influential people and speakers, and he saw what they all had in common, and he wrote it in a book. So you could have different books where you adopt different archetypes, but for one book, identify your dominant archetype. Are you primarily a role model, a practitioner, or a researcher? All right, now the second quick tip here is that you want to write for one. Write for one individual person, a person that you can actually see in your mind's eye. It's very difficult to write for even if your book is for women 25 to 50 years old, it might appeal to that mass group of people, but it's hard to write for a broad group of people. Think of one person who would get a lot of benefit from your book, a real person, and imagine all your writing, all your communication is going towards them. Then you can always figure out later how you expand it out. The third quick tip is you want to use a structure called format. If you studied NLP, this is the taught in NLP. It's also taught for how to increase a person's learning, right? If you want to reach the most people and have your book have the most impact, you follow something called format. As Simon Sinek says, you start with why. So that's the first part of it. Then you go into the what, the how, and what if. So what this looks like is the opening of your chapter is giving them why this is so important. What's going to happen if they apply this information? What's going to happen if they don't know this information? And it could also be told with a story, which creates the emotional impact of why. Then you tell them what the details are, how they can implement it in their life, and optionally answer any sort of questions or concerns that they might have. So your 3 quick tips to start writing your book: identify, discover your author archetype. Write for one individual and use format in your writing. If you want more tips and gifts for writing and marketing your best-selling book, check out bestsellersecrets.com. Take care.